No, that's only, I don't want, Lissa, I
That
can't.
that's good enough. Just speak loudly so we can keep moving. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I'll speak louder. Okay. All right. I said, I've been here for almost 3 weeks now, and I have learned more.
Uh-oh, we can't hear you now.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can now, but when you started reading, we could not hear you.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can make it. All right. Let me know if you can't hear me. I've been
Okay.
here for 3 weeks now, and I have learned more in 3 weeks than I have learned in all my rehab stays. I have become teachable. I have learned it's not only the drugs that I have to stop, I must also stop my negative thinking and negative behaviors. I have, or I have mm, a lot of work to do. However, I am willing to take one day at a time and stay on the right path. Things will not change overnight. I am in control. I am in control of my own life. I will not allow anything to control my life ever again.
There you go, Miss Ware. That's awesome. Awesome. That's some real good self-realization. Yes, it is. It really is. And so, listen, I want you to continue to dig deep, continue to look at you and take it one day at a time. I was glad to hear you say it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen overnight. So remember that you have to give yourself some grace and do it one day at a time, one day at a time, but you can do it, okay?
Teacher that I have is wonderful. She's amazing. She's actually, I feel very comfortable with her. I feel like she's pulling things out of me that no one's ever done before. And I'm excited.
Yes. So do that work, no matter how difficult it may be. Do the work, okay?
Well,
All right. I'm glad to see you again. It was just a check in. I know I just saw you last week, but I wanted to just check in on you because we're getting ready to go into a holiday and we have some days off during that holiday. And I want to make sure that everybody knows, in case managers, you should be telling your clients that everybody should have an emergency response plan for how they will deal with family and friends who may be engaging in activity that they cannot engage in or who may actually be triggering to them. I want you to make sure that everybody has an emergency response plan so that if things happen, you don't have to go backwards. You can continue to stand firm or to go forward. And so it's also important for everybody to know that during this time, testing is not optional. You must test on the day that your color or your number is called. My recommendation is if your color or number is called, get up and go first thing in the morning. Don't wait until the afternoon during the holidays because they could close early. They may not have enough traffic. They may not have enough employees showing up. So go first thing in the morning. Do not try to count your test because you will fail every single time because I may throw in an extra one because it is the holiday. And if you do not test during the holiday, then your next court date, just walk into 36th District Court. You will have to come in person and you will have to be here with me until I determine how I'm going to respond to your missed test. So I want to make sure that everybody is clear on that. So with that, Ms. Ware, who has Ms. Ware's case? Is that you, Mr. Yancey?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
All
So,
right. Anything additional to report?
not much, Your Honor. Miss Ware, she's still at Macomb Share. I've actually had some contact with them as far as their clinician and her therapist. So, so far so good. She's doing well. They're working on some vital things, um, as far as housing and relapse prevention and just several things that we talked about. So I'm just waiting for some paperwork, but I have confirmed everything. She's still there. She's working hard, and they're working hard to help her.
All right, very good, very good. I want you to hang in there, Miss Ware, okay?
so thank you.
All right, let me give you your next date. Your next date is going to be a face-to-face with Mr. Yancey. And that is going to be on That is going to be on November 20th, 2023. And I'm going to put it at 1:30 p.m., okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, enjoy your day
See you then, Mr.
and
Anthony.
your week.
Bye-bye.
All right, very good. Thank you. All right, I know that the individuals that are on for the formal hearings are in
You said
breakout
the
rooms, and so
that was the 20th,
you
right?
can, November the 20th.
It's okay, 20th. Okay, thank you.
Today is the 13th, so it'll be next week, Monday.
All right, thank you.
All right, very good. All right, I am now going to go to my 8:45 a.m. docket, and I'm going to start with Jennifer Bate. Good morning, Ms. Bate. Ms. Bate, if you could unmute for me.
Sorry,
There
I
you go.
did. Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm doing very well. All right, I don't have Ms. Bates' file. All right, I'll make it work. Let's do it. I have for you case number 2023283-652 FH. State your name for me, please.
Jennifer Bate.
All right, Ms. Bate, how are things going with you?
Good. I have 308 days today of alcohol free. So I'm happy
All
about that.
right, very good. That is awesome. Congratulations to you. Very good. And how are you feeling about having all those days?
Excellent. It gets easier every day, but
Excellent.
it's one day at a time.
There you go. That is awesome. That's awesome. All right. And so what have you been doing to work your program since the last time I've seen you?
I continue my early recovery group every Wednesday with Rivers Bend. And I also do trauma counseling. That's at West Bloomfield. And I also do alcohol substance abuse counseling with Rivers Bend as well. So I do 3 therapies a week. And then I also do AA meetings.
Wonderful.
And,
Tell us
and
something
my
that you.
volunteer too. So
Yes, I know you love to volunteer. That's awesome. Listen, tell me something you've learned in one of your meetings that you can share or that you have contributed to help somebody else.
I would say one of the things that I really like that we talk about in our early recovery group is, we talk about the holidays and overcoming that and not putting yourself in situations that are going to be at risk for you, especially even though I'm almost a year here, it's still early. So if I feel like it's going to be a situation, I need to have one, wouldn't go to it, or two, always have a backup plan. And
There you
we
go.
always talk about like if you have the thought about distracting yourself and having a positive thing that you engage with, so that way you can overcome that.
I love it. I hope that the courtroom is listening. I love it. All right, very good. So you already have your emergency response plan ready, right?
Yep, I have in my wallet a note that says the 3 things that I love the most, and so that's before I would grab my credit card or my license to do anything that I would not want to do.
I love it. I think that that's a great emergency response plan right
Yep.
there with your license. Yes, the 3
They'll
things that
stop
you
me.
love.
My daughter, my family, my life, my work.
Yes, that's awesome. All right, are you having any difficulties or challenges that you need us to help you with?
No.
No? All right. Miss Harris, is this your case?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything additional to report out as to Miss Bates?
No, not at this time, but I will take this opportunity to put myself on the record because I haven't yet. So
Yes, please do.
Angel Harris, case manager for specialty court. No, there's nothing additional for Miss Bates. She continues to do very well. She continues to be committed and focused and showing that she is taking her recovery and her sobriety seriously. And she's continuing to work hard. I have no concerns at this time, and think that she is doing very well.
All right, very good. Thank you. Do you have any questions for the team, Ms. Bates?
Nope.
No?
Not at
All
all.
right, you're gonna have a face-to-face with Ms. Harris on November 20th, 2023, and that will be at 1:30 p.m. Did you get
Okay.
that?
Yep. Yes, I did.
All right, awesome. Very good to see you. Very
Good to see you
proud
too.
of you. Yes, Mr. Reed, place your appearance on the record and then let us know if you have anything else as to Ms. Bates.
Thank you, Judge, and good morning. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court, Veterans Court, Specialty Court Defense Attorney, P 23863. And Judge, I'd like to make a motion, if I may, continuing motion, that my appearance be for all my clients this morning. Thank you. And for Miss Bates, good to see you, Miss Bates. You sound good. You look good. You're working the program. Good report. Keep up the good work. Be safe. Have a great day. And a public service announcement. Go Lions. Thank you.
Yep.
Yes. Wasn't that awesome last night? Yes, it was. All right. You are
Thank you, Attorney
all
Reed.
set, Miss Bates.
Okay.
You're
Have a
all
good
set.
Thanksgiving.
Take care. You
Bye.
do the same. Thank you so much. All right, Mr. Williams, I'm ready for you. I have case number 21001102. Unmute and state your name for me.
Daryl Williams.
Mr. Williams, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good too. Things are going well for you?
Yes, they are.
They are going very well. All right, you've been working your program?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, tell me what that looks like to you, working your program.
Working my program consists of me going to work. When I get off work, I would go to my classes. I try to go at least 2 or 3 times out the week. I also started my community service. I'm like maybe almost halfway done with the community service. So,
I love it.
And continuously going to my drops and doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing, really. I haven't had any issues, any outside issues. Like I said, my support system is pretty healthy. So I'm in a good space.
Very good. Very good. Have you noticed anything different about yourself, Mr. Williams, that you can share with us today?
My attitude has definitely changed for the good. It's no more blaming people or just negative thoughts. I can only control what I can control, but at the same time, having a positive outlook on everything helps a whole lot.
All right. Very good. Very good. Do you have any questions for the team this morning?
No.
All right, Ms. Harris.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mr. Williams is doing well. Like he said, he's participating in his with his provider. He's testing. He's doing everything he's supposed to be doing. I actually wanted to give him an incentive of just a judicial appraise. I wanted to let you know that Mr. Williams identified to me that he was working at his employer. He realized that that place was a stressful thing and a trigger for him. So he made the decision to move employers to get a new job. And even though the new job doesn't pay as much, he has a lot less stress. He's a lot less triggered, and he's a lot more able to focus on what he wants to do in the positives. And I just thought it was great that he recognized that. He took that step and made that change, because change is hard, but he made it for the right reasons. He said he did not want to end up with a charge, and those people were pushing him. So I thought it was great that he was like, look, this is what I need to do for me, even though it's a difficult change. So I wanted to recognize that and just give him an applause for that, because I think it should be recognized.
Yes, come on, let's celebrate Mr. Williams. Good job. job. That's excellent. Making good
Thank you.
decisions for yourself without court intervention. That is what we are setting you up to do for life. Make good choices for yourself. Yes, and I'm very, very proud of you, Mr. Williams. Very
Thank you.
proud of you. All right, I want you to keep going. I know this journey has not been easy for you, but you are doing it. And I want to encourage you to keep going, okay?
Okay, I will.
All right, very good. Mr. Reed, did you have anything you wanted to add?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Mr. Williams, good report. You're working the program. You have a great attitude. Keep up the good work. We're so proud of you, and be proud of yourself, sir, because we know this is not easy. Have a good day, sir, and be safe. Thank you, Mr. Williams.
Thank you.
All right, very good. If nothing else, I'm going to Miss Harris. He is phase 3, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, yes.
All right, very good. Then I am going to have you meet with Miss Harris. You'll have a face-to-face on November 27th, 2023, and that will be at 1:30 p.m. Did you get that?
Yes, the 27th.
Got it. Yes, sir. All right, you are in great shape, Mr. Williams. Keep up the great work you're doing, all right?
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Bye-bye. All right. I am ready on Siobhan Rowe. I have case numbers SP 129-8290, counts 1 and 2, SP 135-31341, and case number 220-575-5201. Ms. Rowe, unmute and state your full name for the record.
Giovanni Rowe.
All right, good morning to you.
Good morning. I apologize for being in the car, but my aunt's driving, but I had to take the kids to school. They got to be there at 9 o'clock.
Okay, it's no problem. You are on. So we are ready for you. How are things? And good morning to your aunts. And if the kids are in the car, good morning to them too. Good morning. Good morning. All right. How are you doing, Miss Rowe?
A lot better. I'm doing good. I'm excited about the holidays. So a lot of my family are here from out of town.
All right. Did you hear what I indicated about the holidays and testing?
You know, this isn't my first holiday round. Last year I had the holiday round. Yeah, I'm very familiar. So, I don't have a lot of stress in my family. We just go and that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm excited for you. I'm sorry, I didn't hear your last part.
I have a lot of older people in my family, so we don't really get to turn up like that in most families.
Well, you know, I know some old people that turn up now. I'm just glad they're not in your family, but I know some old folks that they turn up, and it is hilarious to me. They still turn up.
My grandparents 80, they're not turning up. Me and the kids, we're just going over there to have Thanksgiving with them. But I did want to ask you, in case I wanted to take the kids to Disney World for Christmas, would that be a problem?
All right, you have to talk to your case manager. He will tell you what you need to do. I have Ms. Rowe in phase 4, and so I don't see why that would be a problem, as long as she's doing the things that she's supposed to do, not missing tests and all that. And you've been doing that. So you need to get to with Mr. Griffin, because you will have to test while you're gone, okay?
No problem.
All right, very good. What else do you have for me this morning?
I've just been really working and getting myself together, you know, so I've really just been trying to get myself in order, and I'm there now, so.
Very good. So the housing situation has worked out?
Oh, yes, the housing situation did work out. I went to court, so we're good.
All right, and job is good?
Yep, job's good. Housing is good.
All right, and the kids are good too, right?
Good over here, Miss Holmes. I don't know if you can hear me good. That's why I put it in my face.
You're fading. I know you're fading. You're fading in and out. So I can hear enough.
Yeah, let me disconnect from the car.
Bluetooth
Now I
app
can't
and
understand.
disconnected.
Is that better?
That's much better. Yes,
Okay, cool. Sorry
much
about that.
better. That's okay. My last question was, how are the kids doing?
Oh, the kids are wonderful, okay? The kids
Very
are wonderful.
good.
They're like their new school because they're in a new school. And my oldest daughter, she's gonna be in middle school next year, so she's super excited about that. And both of them go to the same school now. So yeah,
Oh, well,
so she's
that's good.
excited. She's so happy her little sister, she gets to walk her to class and stuff like that. So she's like super excited about that.
Good. Very good. All right. Do you have questions for the team this morning?
No, ma'am, I do not.
All right, Mr. Griffin. Is Ms. Rowe in compliance?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Brian Griffin, on behalf of Sobriety Court this morning. Yeah, Ms. Rose in compliance. She's in phase 4. We're working on the things for phase 4. So me and her had some conversation. So no problems at this time. She's in compliance with your order. And Ms. Rose, if you plan on doing something, I need some dates and things. So we'll talk later, and I'll tell you what you need to do, and we'll get that taken care of.
Okay, cool.
All right. Then you are in great shape, Ms. Rowe. Anything from any of our other team members as to Ms. Rowe?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Good report, Ms. Rowe. Keep up the good work. You're not alone. I'm looking forward to celebrating Thanksgiving. Unlike some people, I do eat poultry. I like dressing. I like a little ham. So you're not alone. You have a good day and be safe. Some people don't eat poultry. Some people don't eat ham. And I'm not going to mention
Miss
any
Hall.
names. Thank you.
I don't eat any of that.
I know you don't. I know you don't. Unlike some of us.
No. Unlike some of y'all
So
knock
you're not gonna eat
yourselves
any
right on
sides
out.
or anything? You're not gonna eat
I eat
yams?
sides as long as
Okay.
I eat the sides as long as they don't put pork juice and fat back yolk in it. I mean, I don't eat that stuff. So if they gonna put that stuff in it, I don't eat it. So I have a niece that always makes sure I have cornbread dressing with no turkey stuff in it. And then I make a couple sides and I'll have some fish. Sometimes I'll have fish.
Okay, that's cool.
Still Thanksgiving and still Thanksgiving. Just different. Definitely different. There you go. All right, Miss Rowe. Here we go. You are going to have a face-to-face with Mr. Griffin. That will be November 27th, 2023. And that will be at 1:30. Okay?
Okay, no problem.
All right. You're in good shape. Good to see you.
All right, nice to see you too. Right. Nice to see you guys too.
All right. Okay, have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye. That singing class that I've been taking has got me. I've been taking this.
She taking a singing class. I ain't mad at her. All right, very good. Let's keep going. Mr. Hutchins, you're not on till 10, but since you're here, I had one more 8:45 a.m. matter for Mr. Mitchell. Does anyone know where Kenneth Mitchell is?
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
He should be zooming on. I talked to him this morning. I don't know if he was having a struggle figuring out the Zoom, or he might be in the waiting room now, Your Honor.
All right, there's one person in the waiting room. Miss Wilson, can you check to see? All right, and then let me just ask this before I start something else. Are any of the civil infraction matters ready? Because this is about my cutoff time.
No, ma'am. We're not ready.
Okay. All right. Well, I do see an attorney that just came back in on what case?
That's on our wall.
The first one?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Council on Awal, are you ready? Are you all ready?
Yes, Your Honor, and good morning to you, by the way.
Good morning. All right, let me call your case, the case number. I have case number SX 429-28081 for the people.
Good morning, Peter Kowinski for the people, P84448.
Good morning, Mr. Kowinski. All right. And for respondent?
Good morning, Your Honor. Julia Walzak, P85591 on behalf of the respondent.
And good morning to you. All right, today is the date scheduled for formal hearing. How are the parties proceeding?
Your Honor, after speaking with Madam Counsel and the trooper who was actually in with the breakout room and looking over at the ticket, we have decided in agreement that we would like to recommend that this defendant goes to a driving school so we can adjourn this maybe when he completes the driving classes, and then maybe if he does show proof, then we can on that day we can do some kind of a reduction, but we're all in agreement to that he still has to have valid proof.
All right, and so counsel, can you, thank you counsel for responding, can your client get that class completed by the 27th of November? That's when I'd like to schedule his next hearing, the next hearing.
Yes, Your Honor, we'll make it happen.
All right, I need you to reach out to my clerk, Ms. Mack, so she can give you the information. And I know you need me to sign that form where he can take the online class and get his certificate. And then we'll go from there. So I'm going to grant the request for an adjournment, and the new adjourn date, thank you, will be November 27, 2023, and that will be at 8:30 a.m. Anything else for my consideration?
Nothing further from me, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
All right, very good. I will reach out to Ms. Mack. Ms. Mack, what do you need from her? You want to just be able to email her or fax her over?
Email.
All right, if you could put your email in the chat to my clerk, then that would work out just fine. Do we have any more civil infractions ready?
To my knowledge, I think that was the only one I had with your court today.
Okay, all right. Will you put in my agency code? I always forget it.
Yes, I will.
Okay. Okay, there you go. All right, APA Kowalski, do you have someone else?
No, Your Honor. I think as of now, to my knowledge, that is all that I was called in on.
The state has. All right, very good. Thank you so much. Good to see you.
Likewise. Have a great day, Your Honor.
All right, you do the same. Thank you. All right, while we are still waiting on, oh, here we go. I'll go to Mr. Hudgens. Good morning, Mr. Hudgens.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you very loudly and clearly.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Very good. I have for Donald Hudgens, case number 220-600-1101. Mr. Hudgens, state your full name for me.
Donald Hudgens.
All right. How are you this morning, sir?
I'm all right. I can't complain.
All right. Very good. You are doing the things you're supposed to do to stay on track?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm doing what I need to do for myself. But maybe Miss Harris maybe want to talk with you. But I'm doing good. I can't complain.
All right. Very good. Have you noticed anything different about yourself since you've been on this journey?
Well, I put on a few pounds, and just trying
Okay.
to maybe get my health back right. I still got to be seeing
Okay.
my doctors and everything, but other than that, I'm okay.
Very good. Very good. Well, I'm happy that you're trying to get your health right. That's so important because we want you to work the program and we want you to have some lifetime benefits from the program. And you can't have those benefits if you're not healthy, taking care of
Well,
yourself,
one thing
right?
about it, I'm staying clean.
Yes, you are. You're staying sober, right?
I'm sober. Well, drinking ain't
Yes,
never.
sir.
So I'm
Yes,
sober.
sir. Very good. And is that a good feeling for you, Mr. Hudson?
Oh yeah. Oh yes, it is.
It is. All right. That's a good feeling for me, for you too, okay? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Do you have any issues or concerns that you want to raise with the team this morning?
Not really. Not really. No, I do not.
Not really. I see that you're still going out down to Elmhurst to do your hearings, right?
Yes, I am. They let me do that, so I'm thankful that they let me come here and do it. So because usually I will get a week notice when I got to go to court. Sometimes, and lately I've been getting the mail late, and then I had to come because I usually would call them to let them know I'm coming down. But now I just walk down, and Mr. Allen let me come and do my court proceedings. So I thank him.
All right, very good. Well, make sure you tell Mr. Allen that I said thank you as well, okay?
Yes.
Let's see here. All right, very good, very good. Yeah. All right, and so Mr. Hudgens, do you have any questions or concerns that you need to raise with the team on this morning?
Not at this time. No, I do not.
All right, very good. Ms. Harris, what do you have for Mr. Hudgens?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Hudgens is doing well. He stays in contact. I know that we had discussed in staffing a couple of weeks ago some things with Mr. Hudgens we're still working on. And as soon as I have some updates on that, Your Honor, I will let you know. I think that's probably what he was referring to. But we'll touch base later, Mr. Hudgens. But otherwise, he's doing well. I get updates from Elmhurst for his his outpatient. I know he's still focused on working on his disability and figuring out his medical stuff, but he stays in touch. He's doing well. He is focused on getting everything done he needs to get done, and presents with a positive attitude.
All right, very good. Anything from any of the other team members as to Mr. Hudgens?
Yes, Judge, thank you. You're working the program, Mr. Hudgens. Good report. Keep up the good work. Don't worry about putting on a couple of pounds. November and December are the months to put on weight. You'll lose it after the end of the year. But you have a good day.
I always been skinny my whole life, so putting on a few pounds ain't bad.
Don't worry about it. You're young. You'll be able to work it off. You have a good day, sir, and be safe. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, very good. Mr. Hudgens, if you don't have any questions, I'm going to give you your next date. It's going to be a face-to-face with Ms. Harris on November 27th at 1:30 p.m.
Okay, thank you.
All right, very good. You are all set, sir.
Thank you.
All right, take care. All right. I still don't see Mr. Mitchell. He's in a waiting room. Can we bring him in? Miss Cleveland, if you're speaking to me, I can't hear you.
Sorry, Your Honor. Oh, there he is. He's trying to connect.
All right. We
Sorry,
got him.
Your
Mr. Mitchell, good morning to you.
I think he hasn't connected to audio yet.
Yes, not.
Your Honor, just as a point of matter that might be happening, I don't know if Mr. Ross has been brought over from the Wayne County Jail, but that's my person.
Is he here? Okay, so yes, I just learned he's in the building.
Okay. and they're going to take him to test, and then he's going to come back in the courtroom, and I'll come down.
I got it.
All right, wonderful. There's Mr. Mitchell. Are we ready on Mr. Mitchell?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you got it, Mr. Mitchell. Let's do it. I have for you case number Z808-4461. State your full name for me, Mr. Mitchell.
My name is Kenneth Carlos Mitchell.
All right, good morning to you. How are you this morning?
I'm great. Good
You're
morning
great?
to you too.
I love it. Wonderful. All right, Mr. Mitchell, you're still new to us. What do you think about the program so far?
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
It's all good. Tell me what's good about it.
You know, just trying to get my life in order, you know. There's the alcohol problem. And trying to get that
All
straightened
right.
out, you know.
Trying to get your life in order, right?
Well, just you know, just get rid of this problem, the little problem I got.
And
Alcohol.
working on that problem, right?
Yeah, that's the main thing.
All right. How are you doing with respect to working on your problem?
Oh, I'm calling every day, going in and drop when I have to, you know. Just
All
make
right.
sure I, stay in compliance.
Good, very good. Have you had to make any changes at home or in your personal life to help you while you're working this?
Oh no, I'm good.
No changes?
No. I mean, just like I said, just got to go through this program, That's my main focus.
Okay, so let me make sure my question is clear. I'm asking, have you had to make any changes in order to work the program? So if you tell me you've not made any changes, that's going to be a concern to me, because if you were doing the same thing you were doing when you came here.
No, I made some
talk
changes.
to me.
Yeah, little small changes. Yeah.
Okay, you made some small changes. All right, very good. Anything you can share?
Pardon me?
Any small changes you've made that you can share with us?
Oh well, like I say, first of all, quit drinking, and
okay,
and like I say, just I just got to go through the program, make sure stay in compliance and graduate.
All right. Well, we are glad that that's your mindset. We definitely want you to get through the program, but we also want you to notice some things along the way that are helpful to you, so you can continue to do those things long after you finish the program. Okay?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. I got it.
All right. Awesome. Miss Cleveland, ask to Mr. Mitchell.
Yes, Your Honor. He is doing what he's supposed to do since he's been in the program about 15 days. And he attempted to access Macomb County Access. I guess that's the best way to put it. And there was some thing with his insurance. So he is connected to a medical professional. Based on both of our research, we're finding that the medical professional is not able to provide certain services, which would include the treatment protocol. But he is following up because of the type of his insurance he has. He called several places. He was supposed to inform me if he's connected to the one, because he may have had to go up there and walk up there near his home. I don't know if he's done that or not.
Well, they told me, Miss Cleveland, that they won't accept my Medicare.
So he's having a little bit of a struggle, and I do want to connect him to Miss Price, Your Honor.
Okay, would you please connect him to Miss Price? Yes. For their, and maybe that's something that you bring up a good point. Initially, for intake, all clients should be referred to Miss Price to help them to connect to get their services, so that we don't have a lapse. So, Mr. Mitchell, if we could do that, Miss Cleveland, I'll count on you to put those two together. But
yes,
if we
Your
could.
Honor. I will do that, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. Okay, Mr. Mitchell, do you have any questions?
Yes, about my restricted license.
All right, so you just got here.
Yeah, yes, I
Does
talked
he-
to Mr. Reed last week before last, and
Okay.
30 days of my license been suspended for 30 days and following 150-day restricted. So all I need to do is pay the fine, which I don't know how much it costs. If I pay the fine, I can get my restricted license.
Okay, Mr. Reed or Miss Cleveland, does he need a restricted license through us, or is he referring to something else?
Judge, I don't recall.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't recall whether or not he has 2 drinking driving cases or not. If he has 2 drinking driving cases, he needs to come to us. Otherwise, I'll take a look at his SOS. He's talking about a restricted license. He may not need our assistance. He may just have to pay a clearance fee or something like that. But I'll take a look at his SOS.
All right. Miss Mac, if you could run his SOS and get it to Mr. Reed, and then Mr. Reed, you and Mr. Mitchell can go into a breakout room, and if you could talk to him, that would be great, okay?
Yes, Judge.
Your
All
Honor.
right. Yes.
Oh, and also, before Mr. Mitchell leaves, would he be able to go into a breakout room with Miss Price? I think I saw her on here, but I'm not sure if she's on here now.
Okay, but you can check with her and arrange to make that happen. That's fine.
Okay.
Yep, that's fine. All right. So for starters, let me give Mr. Mitchell, who's in phase 1, his next date is going to be a face-to-face with Miss Cleveland, and that's going to be on November 20th, 2023 at 1:30 p.m.
Oh,
okay. All right. And so, Mr. Mitchell, you're going to get an invitation to go in a breakout room. I want you to accept that invitation, and then you'll go talk to Mr. Reed. Mr. Reed, when he's done, I'd like him to return to the courtroom to see if we can put him in the breakout room with Miss Price. And Miss Cleveland, you can check on that in the meantime.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Good to see you, Mr. Mitchell. You're doing a good job. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. All right. Let's go to, that takes care of all my 845 matters. I have Mr. Hamad let me check first. Ms. Walker, are you already on the civil infractions?
Yes, Judge.
All right, can everybody come into the courtroom? Because I know you all were scheduled for 8:35.
They should be coming now, Judge. I told them to come back to the main session.
All right, can someone give an invitation to Mr. Mitchell to go into a breakout room with Mr. Reed? All right, I'm going to start calling my 8:35. I have for Ola Al-Hadari, case numbers SP 150-1205, counts 1 and 2. For the people,
Anna Walker, P 53794, on behalf of the people, appearing with Officer Jones. Officer Jones, if you could unmute and state your name and badge for the record.
Mayreen Jones, badge 2395.
all right, thank you, and good morning to both of you. And then for the respondent, who do I have?
Mohammed Murshad, P79739, on behalf of the defendant, Ola Al-Hadari.
Thank you. How are the parties proceeding on today?
Judge, the people have extended an offer that should the defendant plead responsible to count 1 violation of the basic speed law, drove in safe manner. In exchange, the people be willing to dismiss count 2, no proof of insurance.
All right, counsel, do you wish to take advantage of the people's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you have the authority to do so on behalf of your client?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And you understand, counsel, that I won't be dismissing count 2 until your client has paid count 1 in full.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Then I am accepting that plea of responsible to count 1. And Ms. Mack, do we have the fine? 170? Oh, all right, thank you. The fine is $170. How quickly can your client get that paid?
Hopefully within this week, Your Honor.
All right, then what I will do is I'm going to schedule this for a review. Do you want me to just give him the statutory 2 weeks to get it done?
That'll work.
All right, I'll schedule it for review on November 27th, 2023 at 10:30 a.m. As long as your client gets it paid, they do not have to, no one has to appear. If your client fails to get it paid before that date and that time, then a default, somebody has to appear or a default judgment will be entered. And yes, and he will not get the dismissal. All right?
Sounds good, Your Honor. So just to make sure, so as long as they pay that within a couple of weeks, then I wouldn't have to appear. Nobody appears. You're going to do that review internally?
Yes, sir.
Sounds good,
Yes.
Your Honor.
He has to get it paid before the 27th or before 10:30 on the 27th. Okay?
You got it. You got it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Officer Jones, be safe. Take care.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'm ready on Mohammed Al-Wakaidi, case number SP 148-47871. For the people.
Shannon Walker, P53794 on behalf of the people.
And then for the respondent.
Yeah, good morning, Your Honor. David Kamash, P68273 on behalf of the respondent.
Thank you and good morning. Are we ready to proceed as to the formal hearing?
Judge, Officer Fernandez, the issuing officer, has not appeared. I have no explanation for his absence and cannot proceed.
All right, I'll entertain your motion at this time, counsel.
Yeah, Your Honor, based on that, I'm asking the court to dismiss this case without prejudice.
Right, I am dismissing the matter without prejudice. Thank you both.
You guys have a good day.
We are all set. You do the same. Thank you, Ms. Walker. We are all set.
Thank you, Judge.
Now. All right.
For now. Always for now.
For now. I had to throw that in. Wanted to make sure you heard it. All right. Let's go to Mr. Hamid. Are we ready on Mr. Hamid? We're a few minutes ahead of schedule, but that's fine. Mr. Hamid, I have for you, get in camera for me. I have case number 210-446-6301. State your full name for me.
Khalid Hamid.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing great. I can't complain. How are you?
You are doing great, and I'm so proud of you. Listen, you all just did my heart very well at the heat ceremony. Yes, so I've been bragging about how well you all did.
Thank you.
Sir.
I worked hard on
Yeah.
it. It feels good that it paid off.
I could tell you worked hard on it. It showed up that you worked hard on it, Mr. Hamid. All right, are you doing well today?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I can't complain. I have no complaints. I feel great. Everything's going good. Yeah, I can't. My bad. I got a call. Sorry. But yeah, I feel great. Working my program. You know, so I feel I have no complaints. I feel great. I'm doing great.
All right, very good. Do you have any questions that you have for us? Because I think I was kind of doing a check-in with you because I just saw you last week.
Yeah, no, I talked to Ms. Cleveland about it, but yeah, I'm trying to see if I'll be able to, go back home. Me and Mr. Williams talked about it too, set up things for aftercare, and we got everything in place. We're just waiting on the approval. So.
Okay, all right, very good, very good. Mr. Hamid, I do want you, I know you've been at Lake Ridge, you're working on some things, and you know that every day for the rest of your life, you're gonna be in recovery. Every day you're gonna have to do something to work on your recovery so that you remain in recovery. And so I do want you to start thinking about what are some goals that you have for yourself. Where do you see yourself 1 year, 2 years, 3 years from now? Because you are, let me tell you, that presentation you did last week, you let me know that you have a lot of potential. Yes, sir. And I need you to tap into that potential.
I appreciate you, and I do. I want to go back to school, and you know, I want to do a lot of things. I got a lot of things that I want to do. You know, I'm just trying to tackle them one day at a time. So I'm working hard towards it. You know, yeah. All I can say is I'm working one day at a time. But I do have big goals. You know, but it starts with the small ones.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And so, and that's all I want you to do is one day at a time. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Very good. Miss Cleveland, what do you have for me?
Yes, Your Honor. I have received some information from Mr. Williams as far as him transitioning to his home. Of course, I would like to do a home check prior to his approval, Your Honor. And also, I am working with him to work on a few goals. He is interested in school. He also is interested in a long-term career. And we have some resources for him that I would like to connect him with. Mr. Ahmad is still in phase 2 because of some challenges he's had throughout the time. But I would like to commend him for 35 plus days of sobriety that he's had most
Come
recently.
on, you can do it, Mr. Ahmad. You can do it. You can do it.
And Your Honor, they do have a transitional plan prepared. So it would just be a matter of tidying up a few things and then asking your permission at that time to approve him to be allowed to return home.
All right, very good. And I look forward to discussing that in our staff. And thank you, Ms. Cleveland. All right, you're in great shape. You are in great shape. I just want you to keep it up. I don't know if you heard, you're going to be at Lake Ridge at least through Thanksgiving. Is that correct?
I mean, I guess so. I mean, I'm not.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about it, but listen, I asked that because earlier I talked with those in the courtroom about having an emergency response plan for the holidays. It's required, it's necessary, and I want you to have one. That emergency response plan is how do I respond to people, places, and things when everybody's celebrating and they may be doing things during the holidays that I'm not allowed to do or that are not good for me or that may be triggering to me.
Just don't
involve
move yourself from the situation.
Yeah, sometimes that's easier said than done. But write that one down. Remove myself. But I do want you to think about what are some things.
I will.
Young lady said this morning that one thing that she does is she has written on a card that she puts with her driver's license the 3 things that she loves. And when she's thinking about doing something she shouldn't be doing, she can look at that and be reminded of, is it really worth it?
Yeah, so, I do something like that too. I mean, I wake up and I list 5 things I'm grateful for, and I read it every morning. Yeah, so it reminds me, it helps me. That helps me every day, so.
Yes, very good. Very good. All right, if you don't have any questions, Mr. Hamid, I am going to give you a face-to-face, and that's going to be on November 20th, 2023, and it'll be at 1:30 p.m. with Miss Cleveland, okay?
Hey, thank you so much, guys. I'll see you guys. Take care.
All right, you take care too. Thank you. Did you bye-bye? Did you bring Mitchell's file down? Okay, I'll make him one. He is fairly new, yes. Okay, all right, very good. Thank you. All right. I don't see any other cases that are in the courtroom, so we might have a little bit of lapse in time. We're moving this morning. Yeah, we are moving this morning. Can we look at the 1030s? We only have 2 actually, because Dorian Guy is missing here. Mr. Reed, is everything okay with Mr. Mitchell?
Yes, Judge. A little background. Per his SOS, his driver's license is currently suspended and restricted at the same time. Both the suspension and the restriction will be up on January the 22nd, 2024. So his life, he cannot drive now. There's nothing we can do for him. He has to let the suspension run out. He pled guilty to an OWI, and that's how he got the OWI and got suspended by the Secretary of State. He doesn't need a restricted license through us, but this suspension and restriction will run out automatically on January the 22nd, 2024.
All right, so he's in good shape. There's nothing we can do in that process.
That's correct, Judge. He's in good shape. It's all up to the Secretary of State. He should be back in the courtroom now to talk to Ms. Price.
All right, thank you, Mr. Reed. Did you get Ms. Price?
I did reach out to her, Your Honor. I did not talk to her personally because she may not be available, but I'm not sure if she's in today. But I can try to connect them. She did mention to one of my colleagues that she was going to be here, and I saw her on Zoom, but I don't know she's not responding.
All right.
And it looks like it looks like he left, Mr. Mitchell.
Okay, so just make sure you connect them, okay?
Okay, I will, Your Honor.
Wonderful, thank you.
And I'm coming down to the courtroom for Mr. Ross if he's here, Your Honor.
All right, officer. He's here. He's not in our courtroom, but you can get him.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Mack. This is a good one. All right. Are there? Billy Anderson was supposed to be on at 9:40. Well, he's on for 10 o'clock as well. All right. Ms. Mack, did you say we could look at one at 10:30? No, you didn't.
I'm sorry. Checking right now. I got this.
It's okay. Okay, let's just see it. Yes, sir. Okay, yeah, they're bringing them. Wonderful. Thank you. All right, let's do it, Miss Mack. I have for Aziz Ali Awad. It had 2 adjourned pays. Case number V50211523. Did he pay?
Yes.
Wonderful. I'll close that out. And then V50211623. Did he pay?
Yes.
I'll close that. And then it's the remaining matter of dismissal.
Correct. Yes.
And I'm dismissing case number V50211823. I'll dismiss it without prejudice. All right. And then I have for Anton Allen, SP 148-73422. Did he pay?
Yes, and the one he was supposed to pay got closed out, so this one should be a dismissal.
All right, I'm dismissing this particular matter without prejudice. Thank you. And then Mr. Yancey, if you can hear me, Dorian Guy is scheduled at 10:30. Did I just put him on 10:30 because he has the busing issues?
I think so.
Okay, that may be why, I'm sure.
And, you know, he belongs to the other specialty court.
Oh, well, I'm thinking trying to give him to Mr. Yancey.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mr. Yancey.
I'll take it.
Because if you need him, he needs you.
Right.
Yeah. I gotta get that out of my mind. He reminds me of Mr. Thomas.
And I did talk
Yes.
to Mr. Anderson. I talked to him about 8:30. So he said he was going to Zoom in, and if he couldn't Zoom in, he was going to come down here. So I don't know if he's in the waiting room or not.
I don't know, and I'm sure he doesn't know how to put his name on his device. And so you may have to call him and ask him if he's in the waiting room and what kind of device is he on. There's a Motorola device. All right. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. I did. Let me scratch him out. All right, Mr. Mitchell, I think you are all set, sir. You're all set. Yes, sir.
Okay.
You're all set. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Oh, you were supposed to meet with Miss Price. Miss
Oh,
Price
yeah.
is not on right now. So what Miss Cleveland is going to do is she will get with you today after she gets out of court after this morning and connect you with Miss Price. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're very welcome. Bye-bye now.
Yeah, have a good day.
You too. All right. I'm going to place some dates on the record.
Do I have to do anything?
A review? I don't see him on my docket.
I know, I don't know how it wasn't, but he's supposed to be. I just have to look over.
Is he a,
Probation. Yeah, so let me.
All right, call probation while I put these dates on the record. All right, I'm gonna place some dates on the record. I have for Dennis Dillard, case number Z8084721. He is in phase 1. Therefore, Mr. Dillard's return to court date will be November 21st, 2023 at 9:35 a.m. All right, I have for Marvin Green, U63097322. Mr. Green is also in phase 1. He will have a return to court date of November 21st, 2023 at 10 o'clock a.m. I have for Toye Milton, SP 122-71781, is Z800982, and case number Z8081261. For Ms. Milton, who is in phase 3. Ms. Milton will have a return to court date of actually, I'm going to do, because she's in phase 3, I'll do a face-to-face for her November 20th, 2023 at 1:30, and that'll keep us on track. All right. For Denon Owensby, 230-566-2601. Mr. Owensby will have a return to court date of November 13th, strike that, November 21st at 9:35 a.m. For Shannon Paredes, case number Z8086581, Mr. Paredes will have a return to court date of November 21st, 2023, and that will be at 10 o'clock a.m. For Gerald Paul, Z8085081, Mr. Paul will have a return to court date of November 21st, 2023, and that will be at 8:45 a.m. Jonathan Pope, Case number 200-447-4801. Mr. Polk will have a return to court date. Actually, let me see. Yeah. Mr. Polk I'm going to have him do a face-to-face. And that's going to be on November 20th, 2023 at 1:30 p.m. I have for Rhonda Presley, Z805-6341, 180-445-9601. Ms. Presley will have her next court date on November 21st, 2023, and that will be at 10 o'clock a.m. I have for Jerome Thomas, case number Z808-3461. He is in phase 3. I'm going to have him do a face-to-face with Ms. Harris on November 20th, the morning, 2023, and that is going to be at 1:30 p.m. And then I have for Dewan Woods, case number 230-573-6201. And his return to court date will be on November 21st, 2023 at 9:45 a.m. Did I miss anyone? All right, Mr. Guy has come into the courtroom. Have you already gone up to test? You have. All right, very good. If you could call the other specialty court. Good morning, Mr. Phillips. We can't hear you. He is. He is.
Hey, good morning, Your Honor. Can you hear me now?
Good morning. I can. We are getting someone for probation to come on and handle Mr. She's coming on. All right. I didn't want to keep you waiting too long. All right.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right. Mr. God. Tell Mr. Page to come down and check. Tell him to come down, check with him. Let's get some test results before I release him. Okay. Gotcha. See where he is. Has he been going to his, I do need to check in that way too. Has he been going to his sessions? That kind of thing. So tell him those are the things I need to know. All right. All right, Ms. Tucker. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm well. I don't know why this is not on my docket, but we're not going to keep Mr. Allen waiting or you or Mr. Phillips. All right, Ms. Tucker, Ms. Mack, can you give me a case number for Mr. Allen?
Yes, it's U66274423.
All right, Mr. Allen, please state your full name for the record.
Keith Terrence Allen.
Thank you. And then Ms. Tucker, place your appearance on the record for him.
Antia Tucker on behalf of the probation department.
All right, thank you, Ms. Tucker. You may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. The defendant is in full compliance today. He has paid all costs, fines, and fees in full, and he's also completed the 42 hours of community service at the Southwest Detroit Community Justice Center.
All right, very good. So what does he have left over?
Nothing, Your Honor. That was his only conditions to complete. Oh, and he also has he did do his STD testing and submitted that.
All right, very good. And so this was, because I wasn't prepared for him. Ms. Mack, was this pursuant to a delayed sentence? Or how long did I have him on probation? Just until he finished all of his requisites?
I believe so, Judge. Let me double check.
All right, very good. Mr. Allen, have you learned anything in this situation?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I've learned a lot, Your Honor. And I met some great people along the way, if I may say. Mr. Phillips here in the program has helped me a lot.
And if I can say, I don't know if you have your court clerk, Mr. Lott there, and Miss Mack. They're some great people. So
They are. They are. Officer Lott, you done gave him Miss Mack's position, so that means I'm gonna make Miss Mack be the courtroom officer. She over here putting up her muscles, talking about she got me.
yeah. Well, I appreciate everybody and everything in this matter, Your Honor.
Yes.
And and let the record show. I mean, this shouldn't have never happened in the first place, and it did. I'm not going back to go forward. I appreciate everything, and I hope that this matter can be resolved, because you won't see me or no other judge in this courtroom for nothing like this ever again.
All right, very good. And so Ms. Mack has indicated that this is not pursuant to a delayed sentence. It's just to be closed on today. And so Ms. Tucker, is that your recommendation, that we close it with improvement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Listen, Mr. Allen, I know that this may have brought you this way under some unfortunate choices, but I hope that you've learned something. You'll take it with you for a lifetime, because you won't get another chance like this. And so I want you to really take what you've learned and run with it and do something good with it. Okay, help somebody else with it. All right.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. And like I said, I appreciate everybody in this matter. So, like I said, I'm glad to have it behind me, because it was an experience. And
yes,
I appreciate everything that happened in this matter to resolve this case.
All right, very good. Then you are all set, Mr. Allen. You are excused. I have closed you out for probation.
Can I
Take
ask
care.
a question real quick to you, Your Honor? If there's,
Yes.
what happens after this case is closed? What happens? Because I'm looking at various jobs, and will this affect me in any kind of way coming up, any kind of way to hinder a job for me in the future?
Mr. Reed, do you want to go in the breakout room and answer those kind of questions for him? Because those are questions that you should be talking with your attorney about. I can't tell you how it may impact you, but he may be able to tell you some things, or how this is going to close out and what it will show up as if someone inquires. So Mr. Reed, why don't you do that in the breakout room for me?
Yes, Judge.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Allen, anything else before we send you to the breakout room?
No, ma'am. You all have a blessed day, and I appreciate you all more than you know.
All right, take care. Very good. All
Bye,
right,
Ann.
Ms. Tucker, thank you. Thank you for getting on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Phillips.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate you more.
All right.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, very good. We are in great shape. All right, it's after 10 o'clock and I still don't have my 10 o'clock people here. Whoever has Billy Anderson and Kyrie Brown, please reach out to them and let them know I am ready to proceed. Excuse me. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Ms. Cleve.
Mr. Anderson, can you hear me?
Hello? Hello, I see you now. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, we can hear you. Just mute. We'll be right with you.
Oh, okay.
Just stay where you are. You're good. Just wait for the
Okay.
judge to come back and we'll have you come on.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
And then what you do? We do.
All right. Yeah. All right, I'm ready on Mr. Anderson. I have case number, is that the same number? Yes, Z8088851. Mr. Anderson, state your full name for me, please.
Billy Anderson.
All right, how are you today, Mr. Anderson?
Good, thank you.
I'm glad you were able to get on with Zoom.
Yeah, first time.
Your first time, I know. Very good. So hopefully you'll master it and you'll be able to get on, right?
Right, I have somebody
forward.
I have somebody here next time.
All right, very good, very good. How are you doing, Mr. Anderson, with working your program?
Yes, I've been doing everything that what I've been told to do.
All right, very good, including not picking up, right?
Not picking up.
Not picking up, not using any alcohol or anything like that.
No, I haven't been using anything.
Very good. I'm so glad to hear that. I am. I'm really glad to hear that. How are you feeling, Mr. Anderson?
I'm feeling good. No problem.
You feeling good?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Right. Very good. Very good. Is there anything that you need us to help you with?
Getting on Zoom.
Well, looks like Mr. Yancey, between Mr. Yancey and whoever was there helping you, you did pretty good.
Yes, I'm getting a little better.
You're getting a little better. That's good. That's good. What's been the hardest thing for you so far with respect to working the program?
I haven't had any difficulties with anything. I like not drinking. Being sober is different for me, so I think it's easy for me to recognize that I was drinking a little bit too much.
Yes. And so you said being sober is different for you. Can you tell us how it's different?
Well, like I said, I get up more and I clean up the yard and a little more active, sitting down watching TV.
All right, very good. Very good. Do you have any questions or concerns that you need to raise with the team today?
No questions. No, thank you.
No. All right, Mr. Yancey, what do you have on Mr. Anderson?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Anderson, he's doing pretty well, Your Honor. He's currently at sobriety house with Miss Gwen, and that's every Tuesday and Thursday. That's working out a group and an individual. He's making all his screenings there the way they should be. So he's doing pretty well. He's got a great start. After we took that device off, he's still been doing what he's supposed to do. And we applaud him for that. So we just want him to hang in there. Mr. Anderson knows I'll talk to him frequently so we can keep up with all our appointments. But other than that, he's doing well. And I usually see him once a week when he comes down here. So, the one time, if he has something during the weekday, he'll come down. I'll see him. We'll talk for a minute. So all is well with Mr. Anderson right now, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Anything from any of the other team members as to Mr. Anderson?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Good report, Mr. Anderson. Good to see you, good to hear you. Getting on Zoom will be easier than the next time. Do the best you can, sir. Thank you. You have a good day and be safe, Mr. Anderson. Be safe.
All right, thank you.
All right, Mr. Anderson, I'm going to give you your next date. Your next date is going to be on November. Wait, no. You're going to have a face-to-face with Mr. Yancey on November 20th, 2023, and that will be at 1:30 p.m. Okay?
Yes.
All right, and then you'll get your next court date after that face-to-face, all right?
Come in?
No, Mr. Yancey's gonna reach out to you and tell you how you're gonna do it, okay?
Okay, yes.
All right, very good. It's good to see you, Mr. Anderson. Hang in there. You're doing a great job.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, take care.
You too. All right. Ms. Harris, are you ready on? Oh, let's help Mr. Anderson. Let's remove him so it won't be so hard for him. I think so. All right. All right, let's do it. I have for Kyrie Brown, SP 135-50121 and case number Z8086911. Mr. Brown, unmute and state your full name for me.
Good morning, Curry Brown here.
All right, how are you this morning, Mr. Brown?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm doing very well, Are you at work this morning?
Yes, I am. I forgot about my court date, especially since it switched to Mondays, but Ms. Harris is on top of it for me. She called me and let me know. I ran out to the truck to get on, so I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you, Ms. Harris. And yeah, our schedule is going to be a little bit, a little funky until January because we have holidays built in. And so, yeah, I can't really keep everybody on their usual date. So work with me and we'll get you back on track, okay?
Okay.
All right. How are you doing with respect to working your program?
I'm still aggressively working it. Yep, everything's going fine. Everything's fine.
That's good. Have you been, and I stated earlier to everybody that it's the holiday. Holidays can be tough. We get together with friends and family and people we don't see on a regular basis. And so I want to make sure that everybody has an emergency response plan. So I want you to talk with your case manager about what am I going to do if I encounter people, places, or things that may be triggering for me or that may be, doing things that I can't engage in. And so you should always have a plan. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And then the other thing that I indicated to the courtroom was that testing is critical during the holidays. You cannot miss a test. There is no makeup test. I suggest that everybody call first thing in the morning. And if your color drops, then you should get up and go first thing in the morning, because facilities may close early. They may not have enough workers, and none of those reasons will excuse you from testing. So I'm telling everybody, go first thing in the morning and don't count your tests, because I may throw in an extra one, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. What questions do you have for me this morning?
I don't have any.
All right, Ms. Harris, what do you have for Mr. Brown?
Morning, Your Honor. Mr. Brown is in compliance. He is doing well. He's attending his appointments, testing, keeps in contact with me. He is working on his the additional community service that you approved for him. He's in compliance and doing well, Your Honor.
All right, very good. And I have Mr. Brown in phase 3, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then Mr. Brown will have a face-to-face on November 27th, 2023, and that will be at 1:30 p.m. Mr. Reed, did you have anything you wanted to add as to Mr. Brown?
Yes, Judge, just a good report. Keep up the good work. We're proud of you, and you're doing a great job, sir. Great attitude also. Thank you. Have a good day and be safe.
You as well, Mr. Reed.
All right, awesome, Mr. Brown. If you don't have any questions, get back to work. Good to see you. You're doing a great job. Keep up the great work, okay?
Okay, bye, Judge Holmes. Bye, Ms. Harris.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, bye-bye. All right. Did we get anyone over on, is Mr. Morgan in?
I don't see Mr. Morgan. Mr. Page is supposed to come on for Mr. Guy. Did you need Mr. Morgan?
No, not if Mr. Page is coming on.
Yeah, he's Mr. Page. There
Oh, he is, okay. All right, Mr. Page, good morning.
Good morning.
Are you ready on Dorian Guy?
Yes, I am.
All right, come on, Mr. Guy. All right, I have for Dorian Guy, case numbers 173, 173, 521-681, 173, 80215, counts 1 and 2, and 210-447-4001. Mr. Guy, state your full name for me. All right, good morning, Mr. Page. Place your appearance on the record for me.
Yes, James Page, Specialty Court Case Manager.
All right, thank you, Mr. Guy. You made it here on time. Well, it was close. On time this morning. And you went up and you tested like you were supposed to. How are you doing, sir?
Okay, so he is at Team Wellness.
Mute yourself for a minute for me, Mr. Page. All right. Go ahead. Tell me again. Everything's going good? Yes? All right. Tell me what you've been doing to work your program, Mr. Guy.
I've been working, like trying to paint jobs, grass,
All right. Are you going to your therapy?
Yeah, I've got to go online. It's like a Zoom.
I don't like online therapy and Zoom. I don't think that's a good fit for you. Who are you seeing? Miss Griffin?
I was supposed to be seeing somebody going on the ninth, but I missed it. But, it was 11 o'clock, and I got to Russell bus wasn't coming. So I just been turning around, call somebody pick me up. It was supposed to be Miss Kyler Hall.
Miss Hall? Okay, Mr. Guy, you've got to go to your sessions.
I understand that. I was trying to get there, but I got to the Russell bus was taking forever to come. I was like, it was about 1 o'clock by the time I decided to do.
All right, so did you call Miss Hall and let her know what was going on?
I tried to call, night and I answered.
What about the next day? Okay, you've gotta connect. Because see, if you're not gonna do, part of you being able to live where you wanna live is you've gotta follow the mandates of the program, right? Part of those mandates is you've gotta be in treatment. If you're not in treatment, that means I've gotta put you in an environment for you to go to treatment.
They send me a text like every other day, every few days for a scheduled appointment.
Say that again, they send you a text.
We schedule my appointment like another day, so I should get one like later on today or tomorrow.
All right. I need to get a solid date and I need you to go because you've been with us for a minute. And I need to make sure that we're building on the things that you got from Elmhurst. Remember you were at Elmhurst? And I need to make sure we're building. The longer you stay out of your treatment, the more likely that we're not building, okay? And we're trying to build so that you have a lifetime of being able to live independently. All right, but I need your help. You've got to show up. So we're going to give it one more chance, Mr. Page. We're going to give it one more chance for him to show up for his therapy. If not, I'm going to have to move you to an environment where I can get you to therapy. All right? I know you can do it.
Yeah, I'm trying to make the appointment. It's kind of hard to get on the bus and try to figure out what I'm not used to the bus.
Mute for me. Sorry, say that again. You're not used to.
I'm used to certain buses that go like one direction, like I'm usually primary bus, like primary bus in certain places. Like at Russell, but I didn't know how to get to it. I had to talk to people at the transit center, figure out where to park at.
Where do you park?
Where did the Russell bus park at? I didn't know where to park.
Okay. All right. And so, Mr. Page, while he's here, maybe you can go online and see, talk with him about where he's living and where he needs to be. And I don't know if they still you can print out bus schedules online. I know one time back in the day you could. I don't know if you can, but let's check and see. But there's some things you can do, like print out your route before you go, so you know where you need to be and where you need to go in order to get on that bus, because I need you in treatment. And if you're not going to be in treatment, I'm going to have to put you somewhere where I can make sure you get to treatment. Okay? It's for your good. I'm trying to do it your way, but you've got to get up and get to treatment, okay? All right. And so you know you test today. When are you coming back to test? You coming back Wednesday, and then on Wednesday, when are you coming back to test? On Friday. There you go. No excuses, right? None? None. All right, Mr. Page, what do you want to tell me about Mr. Guy? Do you have your arms folded? Because I have my arms folded. I just thought about that. I need to unfold my arms too. It's not a good way to communicate. So I'm doing it, and then I saw you do it. I'm like, oh, that's because I'm doing it. All right. All right, Mr. Page, what do you have for me as to Mr. Guy? He is checking in.
Yeah, Mr. Guy is good. He's been coming and testing. He's been all negative. So that's a great thing. I believe he can come back up when he's done with you down there, and we can, like you said, we can try to figure out his bus route and stuff like that. But Miss Price is here as well, and we can make sure he's going to where he needs to go. As far as treatment, I know she says she has something set up for him for the 20th, but she's trying to move that up for him. So he can come up here once he's done down there, and we can get that all straightened out.
Thank you, Mr. Price. And also, it just dawned on me, I know at one time, and I may be mixing up providers, but I believe that Team Wellness had transportation. where they would go out and pick up the person and bring them in for treatment. And so, and then get them back to their location. Please find out about that. I need somebody to address this transportation issue, because I don't want you on the bus all day, but I need you in treatment. Okay, so let's address this transportation issue. Printing out the routes, that's one way. But also, let's see if team, and then if team does not have transportation, I know that we utilize transportation through Lake Ridge and Second Chances. Let's get Mr. Guy on a schedule for treatment for one of them to come and pick him up and transport him to treatment.
Gotcha.
All right, we're gonna work through it. I want you to be in your environment, okay? But I need you, you've got to go to services. All right? All right, very good. What questions do you have for me today, Mr. Guy? All right, you can't leave until you go see Mr. Page and Miss Price. And then I have to get test results back before he is released. So he's already tested, but just check on them for me. And then I'm going to make Mr. Guy's next day that he sees me just for a check-in. He's got to come test on Wednesday anyways, right? All right. So I'm going to do, I'll do a return to court for him on November 15, 2023. And I'm going to put him on, I'll keep him on for the 10:30 so that you can get down here, okay? Does that work? So you've got to come and test anyways, but when you come, I'd like to do him first, or you do him right away, so you're not sitting with us all day or all morning, okay? All right, but let's hope. Mr. Price definitely asked Mr. Morgan about Second Chances as well as Lake Ridge for transportation services. Okay?
Gotcha. Yes, ma'am.
All right, wonderful. You are all set, sir. Go on upstairs. Good to see you. All right, take care. Thank you, Mr. Page, for getting on. I appreciate that.
Oh, no problem at all. Have a good one.
All right, you too. And we are waiting on Mr. Ross. I have a file for Mr. Rogan. Was he scheduled for today? No, I'm gonna see him on the 21st at 10 o'clock a.m. All right.
Hey, Jeff.
Mr. Griffin.
Yeah, I'm about to send something over to you. Reed. Mr. McCray, he was terminated from our program, and he's judge is gonna place him on regular probation, and he's on the docket for tomorrow. I got his probation order from his felony probation order, so I just want you to take a look at it. I had talked to Mr. Fikens about this. He has a lot of tickets and everything with us, and judge is placing him on regular probation, but he don't want to do the program. He said he don't care about the other tickets getting reinstated and things like that because they got him on 2 years of probation in Macomb County, and he got all type of like 40 different conditions and different things like that. So I just wanted you to take a look at it so we can just I'll send it to you, Jessica, also, so we could discuss it in staffing. But this is probation from his felony case that he got convicted. He's already
let me say this. I hear you, Mr. Griffin,
okay.
but let Mr. McCray know he's not throwing away the kind of deal that he got at 36 District Court. Now, we'll work with him with his other probations as we do everyone else, but no, tell him I said no.
Okay, and that's what I tried to explain to him, Judge. So I just was letting attorneys know. So I'm just going to send them a copy of his order of probation. So he expressed that to me. So I'll just relate it to the attorney so they can just take a look at it.
Okay, I'm ear hustling. Go ahead.
Okay.
Just for clarity, just so I make sure I got everything right. So he was terminated, placed on regular probation, but he still has open stuff with 36.
He has a lot of tickets. Judge had got him a great deal. He had like 20-something tickets or whatever. And so instead of him just throwing all that stuff away and reinstating everything, the judge just gonna put him on regular probation to run with his new case or whatever. But he's saying that he's overwhelmed and he just don't want to do this. He don't care about the ticket getting reinstated and things like that. And I also explained to him that, it's a possibility that a judge wanted to, she could send you to jail, for 3 days because, you still didn't complete the probation that he was assigned to with us or whatever. So he just probably feeling a little overwhelmed and things like that or whatever with the felony convictions or whatever. So I just was relaying his message just so y'all could just take a look at it and then we can discuss it more and stuff. And I kind of told him like with the deal he got, the probations, because he's doing a lot of the same things, testing, drug treatment with the other that he's already required to do with us. So maybe tomorrow or something, y'all can go in a breakout room and have some conversation just to explain to him. Like I said, he had over like 20-something tickets, so that they got him a deal on, so judge just don't want to see him throw all that stuff away. So
okay, Mr. Griffin, thank you.
Okay, I just want to let y'all know. Okay, I'll talk to y'all in a minute.
Sorry, I'm gonna mute it. Okay.
Is it the same attorney or do I have a new one?
Hi, Mr. Reed, Attorney Reed. Would you,
Yes,
would we be able to have someone come into the breakout room with the intake, Mr. Ross?
yes, put me in the breakout room with, I talked to him when he was in the Wayne County Jail, so I know what's going on.
And did you get the paperwork that I sent over? The paperwork for his intake?
Yes, I did receive something from you, Miss Cleveland.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
I am well. How are you? All right. You ready to do this? All right, very good. And you understand that we didn't keep you in the jail. You were there because you got picked up for some other stuff, and then my warrant was in the system, right?
Yes, ma'am, and I apologize as to how I had come see you, and I'm glad that I'm moving forward in the right direction.
Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. I have no doubt that this will be beneficial to you.
I definitely, I know it will be. I'm grateful to even have this opportunity.
All right, so let's work it. Let me place your case number on the record. Oh, if I can find where I put my docket. I got too excited. I did. Can you put Mr. Ross's case number on the record for me, Miss Mack?
I'm sorry, Judge.
Mr. Ross's case number. I don't know what I did with my docket.
Oh.
I know I had it.
Okay, case number U413-72717 for Anthony Ross.
And the charge?
I'm so sorry, narcotic drug violation.
All right, very good. And Mr. Ross, state your full name for me.
Anthony Ross.
All right, very good. You ready to come back and work the program?
Yes, ma'am.
And you acknowledge that you need the help, Mr. Ross?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and so I know we put you on that tether, only because you're an absconder. You will not be on that tether the whole time you are with us, okay? Because the tether does not make people do right.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It has to come from within, and that's what we want in this program, is for people to want to work hard and to do the things that they're supposed to do, realizing that nobody's perfect, but we do expect progress. How does that sound to you?
It sounds awesome. I'm looking forward to all this.
All right. Very good. Ms. Cleveland gave me a little bit backdrop. I want to make sure, listen, you are young. I want to make sure that you leave us with a career.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to go into eating and cooling. I was looking into it. I want to go get my GED and then go to trade school for eating and cooling.
I love it. And let me tell you, we will make sure that we find and help you, assist you with a program to both get your GED, as you indicated, and as well as, I know we have Anthony Jackson, who has the school that has been doing very, very well. So that's Mr. Griffin's contact. If you could reach out and to Mr. Griffin, so we can get that set up, because you know they have starting programs where they pay people for training, they connect them to jobs, all of that good stuff.
Yeah, that sounds cool. That sounds really good. Like,
Yes.
I've never heard of that. That's awesome.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask one more thing, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask Ms. Cleveland too. I already mentioned it to her about anger management.
Okay, okay. So you're asking to do anger management?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you recognize that you have an issue with when you get angry?
Yes, ma'am, and I've had it ever since I've had a bad head injury. I fractured my skull, so I've always wanted to just move forward and try to benefit and become the best version of me that I can be.
When you connect him to Ms. Price, please share that information. Listen, I applaud you. Coming out the gate, you're being honest about where you are and some things that you recognize that you need to fix. And that's really what this program is all about. It's not about browbeating you. I asked her your charge only because I can't find my docket. It's somewhere up here. I done tucked it away somewhere. But that's the only reason. You will never probably hear me mention what you have been charged with, because we see you beyond that charge, okay?
Yes.
We're looking at the person. We're looking at Mr. Ross. How can we help him? What are some things that he needs to change in his life? What are some things he needs to add, maybe delete? What are some behaviors that may have caused him to get intertwined in the criminal justice system? And we want to equip you with resources and monitor you getting that assistance, so that when you leave us, you will be able to function for the rest of your life without ever encountering the criminal justice system. How does that sound to you?
It sounds great, and I'm grateful to even be able to have this opportunity.
Now, it does require a couple of things from you, Mr. Ross. First of all, it requires you to be honest. I can't have you in the program scared that if I mess up, the judge is going to send me to jail. If I don't do something, the judge is going to send me to jail. Listen, I am not interested in punishing you. I'm interested in helping you. So what I tell people when they come into this program, is that honesty will always go farther with me than anything else. I've had people come in here and they have tested positive and they were honest and they didn't go to jail. I've had people come in here, they've tested positive, it's been confirmed, and they not being honest, they go to jail.
Yes.
Because I can't help you with your dishonesty. But when you tell me, Judge, I fell off, I did something I wasn't supposed to do, and you're just honest about it, now I can say, come on, Miss Cleveland, let's put our heads together. How do we help Mr. Ross overcome this? How do we get him back up, dust him off, and get him back on track? So then if you allow us to do our jobs when you're honest. When you're not honest, I can't do my job. Miss Cleveland won't be able to do her job. And then I'm not going to be really nice about that. I'm going to be real upset because I come every day looking to give 120%. That's my goal every day. And so I can't do it if you're not honest with me, okay?
Yes, ma'am, and I understand that 120%, like you said, even more, 150. And if I ever have triggers, Ms. Cleveland says she's gonna give me, if you can call her, or if there's other people that can call.
There you
Sit down
go.
and talk.
There you go. We're going to insulate you with a number of resources that will be available for you to use should you be triggered or what have you. But Ms. Cleveland, I appreciate the fact that he has asked for anger management. Yes. So thank you.
I know I need help in that area of my life and it definitely benefit me even more, plus on top of this book.
Yes. Very good. All right. I want to hear from Ms. Cleveland as she presents you on this morning.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to present Mr. Acme Allen Ross for re-entry into our specialty court program, Your Honor. Mr. Ross is 25 years old. He is a Caucasian male. He has completed the 11th grade, but he does have the goal of getting his GED and further career advancement, Your Honor. He is not working at this time. He does odd jobs occasionally, but not quite enough to call a living, Your Honor, making a living. He has no biological children, but he does have one stepchild, or the child that he raises as his own child with his fiance who is in the audience.
Good morning to you. You've been waiting so patiently. Thank you.
Custody is therefore not an issue for him, Your Honor. He does want to participate in our specialty program. He is at least 18 years of age, Your Honor. He does admit to all the conditions that have brought him before you this morning. I have done a background check in per lien. He does not have any prior felony convictions for violent offenses. However, he does have a pending matter that was picked up since he's last been in our program. There are 2 misdemeanors that he says that he is actively, they're pending matters in there, and he's actively trying to take care of in Macomb County, Your Honor. He has not participated in our specialty court program before. I did detail to you some of the things that were the conditions that brought him before you, Your Honor. I'm waiting for the results of testing. And also, I do want to say he is eligible for admission into specialty court. And I do believe that Mr. Attorney Reed has more information regarding his license status.
All right, very good. I did hear you say that he had some matters outstanding in Macomb County.
Misdemeanor.
All right, and what's the status of those matters?
I'm waiting for a court date for, I had to go to Strong Heights either tomorrow or the next day, or call and get the court date for driving with no license.
Okay.
And I had animal cruelty, which even it's gonna get dismissed. So when my dog got out of a hotel room, I ran after it. I got it out of the street.
Wait, don't tell the facts, because just in case, I wouldn't want anybody to pull this video and use them against you.
Yeah.
So, but you've got 2 matters. Are either of them in warrant status?
No.
All right, that's what I want to make sure of. I don't want you in warrant status, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good.
He's not in warrant status at this time.
All right, and so make sure that depending on how those matters pan out, if they place you on a probation, which I don't know that they will, always make sure they know that you are in this program.
Yes, ma'am.
And then we will send them a letter letting them know all of the things that we are going to require you to do. And then that way, hopefully they won't make you do double.
Right.
Okay?
Yes, I will. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Reed, you're it.
Yes, Judge, thank you. I did have an opportunity to talk
Wait a
to.
minute, 1 second. We've got to turn you up. All right.
Yes, Judge, I did have an opportunity to talk to Mr. Ross in the breakout room. First of all, he is eligible to participate in our program pursuant to Michigan law. We did take the opportunity to go over the court's order. We talked about testing, counseling, community service, paying some fines and costs. We talked about no alcohol, no narcotics. He understands he cannot leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. He also understands that the court has the ability to amend, to change, or to alter the court order. He knows that he will receive a copy of that order. Judge, we talked about some of the benefits of the program. Specifically, he has a dismissible case. When he completes this program, his case may be dismissed. We talked about honesty being the best policy. We also talked about the fact no one wants to harm or hurt him. We only want to help him. He was receptive to all of that, Judge. He indicated to me that he's never had a valid Michigan driver's license. One of his goals would be to work toward getting a driver's license.
Okay.
Judge, he is eligible again to participate in the program. He was receptive. I'm recommending him for participation in the program. We talked about the fact that he was in the program in 2018. He walked away, and he's getting a second opportunity. And he appears to be grateful for that, Judge. I recommend his participation. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Reed. And so, Mr. Ross, I have your commitment to work the program. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. You've had an opportunity to speak with Attorney Reed as well as with your case manager. Are you satisfied that they both answered all of your questions?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Do you have anything specifically that you would like to ask of me?
Nothing. I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate this opportunity. I can show you guys better than I can tell you.
Oh, absolutely. We want you to work with us. We want you to work with us. And I know that your fiance has been sitting out there. Is there anything you want to add? No. Okay, so he's going to his mom's, right?
Yes.
All right, okay. And so we'll work with them, and you make sure that you follow the directions, not that Ms. Cleveland gave you, but that the tether folks gave you, so that you don't have any issues, okay?
Yeah, I have all that written down. I have it all down.
All right, awesome. So if nothing else, I'm going to accept you into our program. I am going to give you a new date. You are going to have a, that puts us right smack dab in the middle of it. You are going to do a face-to-face with Ms. Cleveland on November 20th, 2023, and that would be at 1:30 p.m. Ms. Cleveland will tell you all the logistics around it, and we'll go from there, okay?
Yes, yes, sir.
And then you are always at liberty to Zoom in for your hearings unless there is an issue or your case manager tells you the judge wants you to come in. Then you'll have to come in person.
Okay, thank you.
All right? So we need to make sure he has the Zoom information.
I do, Mr. Reed did give me on the Zoom. I think this is the 360133 and then 4 zeros after that.
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah. All right, very good. Then we are all set. They brought over his clothes from the county?
Not yet, but when they do, we'll make sure he changes here and then he can be released from the courtroom upon your
Yes, he's good. He's good. And so Ms. Cleveland wants to do some more assessing with him while he's here. Let's go ahead and get that done, and hopefully they'll get your clothes over, because I'm not gonna send you back to the county when I ordered that you could be released.
Thank you. Have a great day.
All right, you too. I look forward to working with you.
Yes.
All right.
See you soon.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you, Ms. Cleveland. All right, I think that that's it. Mr. Reed, we have staffing today. It will be at 1:30.
Yes, Judge.
Because that's our set time, and I don't know if someone else is coming. Okay,
Yes, Judge.
very good. Thank you, Ms. Wilson. We are all set. I'm gonna run to chambers, but I'm here in the building.